Howdy, partner. So you want to learn how to know if a Chevy Silverado Custom Trail Boss is right for you? Well, you're in luck. I'm going to show you today. We're going to do a quick walk around of this truck inside and out, show you some of the features, and then at the end we're going to talk about pros and cons and some of the good and bad things about this truck that may make it the right one for you and maybe not the best choice. So let's get started. The Chevy Custom Trail Boss is a sharp looking truck. On the front you have a blacked out grille with these two toe points here at the bottom, which are really nice. On the sides, I installed those aftermarket side steps, which are there. And then you have Goodyear Wrangler tires. The size is a LT 275/65 18 with the blacked out rims. Driver side gas cap. Capless actually, but gas fill up. You can see from here the Rancho shocks. You've also got underbody skid plates and a few other upgrades on the Trail Boss. The back of the truck has dual exhaust. The trailer package comes with the 4-line as well as the 7-point. And then here, this is actually different. It's got a key that you use to get down to the spare tire that's underneath. You do have a full spare underneath. I believe it's a full spare. The bed opens automatically by a key fob or inside, or you can unlock it. This is a Chevy Bed Liner. I got it aftermarket. Made a video of how to install it if you all want to watch that, as well as some of these other accessories, the gator top, the bowl rings, and plenty of room in the bed. I think it's about 5'7" and with the accessories we now have 21 tie down points, which is very useful. It is a light tailgate and is dampered, so it drops very slowly. You have steps here to help you get in and out of the truck, as well as handholds here that make it easier considering it's so high. Your Trail Boss stickers coming around to the front. There's the truck. For anyone that wants to see the undercarriage, you do have a very beefy frame, and then there are skid plates on this model protecting the transfer case as well as the engine in the front, and it's got a ton of clearance under here, so very nice underbody. Going into the front of the vehicle, you will see that this has the entirely black interior. I'm going to turn the car on. When you turn it on, the gauges go back and forth and it begins reading. Also here we have window controls, which I'll put down so that we have some more light, as well as power mirrors. The main cluster here, it first shows the speedometer, and then you twist in on this little knob here on this custom edition, and you can see your trip, your average fuel economy, which at this trip is 15.6 or 15.7, which is about average what I get, the fuel range, tire pressure, remaining oil life, air filter, brake pad life, transmission fluid, trailer brakes, which is installed, that's an accessory, that's an option, engine hours, the units, and your back. That's about it for the computer here on this one. Not super fancy. You have trailer controls here, as well as your 4-wheel drive and your lighting. This is a bed light. There's 3 lights in the bed, which is really handy to have 3 different bed lights. Very lights it up. Dimmer switches for the gauge. Here, when you press these buttons, you will see right now we're in 2-wheel drive. If we switch, let's say 4 high, you'll see they'll say that, and then it will reflect in the bottom 4-wheel drive along with the direction southwest. And then you can go back to 2-wheel drive by pressing the 2-wheel drive button. It has a power parking brake, so you just press the parking brake button, and again it sets the parking brake. To release it, you step on the brake and then you press the button and it will release the parking brake. Here you have your Chevy Infotainment Center. It's got Apple CarPlay, which is really nice. You do have to plug in to the USB, but you put that on your phone, and that's really nice. There's a good camera. This is your backup camera. As you see, it has a kind of shows you where you're gonna go, and depending on where you turn the wheel, that will turn to show you where you're backing up. But equally nice, you have a trailer line that helps you back up into a trailer. So that really helps you to guide it, and depending on where you're turning, that will help you so you don't need necessarily a spotter as much. So those are great. You can activate those with the truck moving. After about 5 seconds, it'll go back to the main screen so you don't stare the whole time in the back. Other than that, the audio is pretty standard. The phone is standard. You don't have you don't have the OnStar unless you pay for that. That's an option. I don't have it. And then you have trailer lights, really neat feature. You can plug in a trailer and it'll run through and check all your lights and make sure all the flashers and everything are working for you, which is really nice rather than yelling at somebody and saying brake, left turn signal, right turn signal, all that stuff. So here, going down, we have all the standard controls. There is a remote tailgate drop button here. You just press that and the tailgate will drop. You have a single USB as well as this factory cigarette lighter. This is an option as the trailer brake control. Right here you have an upper small storage as well as standard glove box. On the center console, I have a video that shows how to swap it out. This is not the standard center console, this is an upgrade. The standard is not open, which is terrible, but this one opens up. I have a detailed video if you want to switch to this one. It's well worth it. There's not a lot of other storage. There's no sunglass storage, there's no storage under here. All you have is this glove box and what's in the door, which I'll show you in just a second. Now this does lift up to make a bench seat, which is nice. So if you need for some reason to carry an extra person, you do have the ability to fit 6 in this vehicle comfortably. And it just closes down. In the door, you have standard door storage down there for a couple cups or whatever, along with your 2 cup holders that we've got here. Nice solid grips to get in and out, and that's about it. Now heading into the back of the truck. Nice solid door handle. It's also very roomy. Whoa, got a Rhodesian Ridgeback back here. Kimba, get out. We do another video on Rhodesian Ridgebacks and if they're maybe the right dog for you in the near future. Here we also have a very roomy back area. This is the Chevy accessory floor cover, which I just put in. It's really nice. It hits all the nooks and crannies of the floor. And I strapped in a toolbox. Those are some tools for your spare tire changing. And the seat also comes down. I have a video about how to install 1, 2, or 3 child car seats in the back of the Chevy Trail Boss, so you can watch that. Plenty of leg room here. Definitely plenty of room. It's a really, really nice load flat floor. And you have 2 AC ports. Well, thanks for watching today. So how do we really know if this truck is right for you? Well, let's go over some of the good and bad. Overall, very pleased with this vehicle. Some of the good is it's extremely roomy, as you saw. If you have a family or you're moving around a lot of co-workers or adults or anyone else, definitely a roomy vehicle. Along being roomy, it's capable. It's got the 5.3 liter V8 with the 4-wheel drive. Very capable, tows about 10,000 pounds. It can get most jobs done that the average homeowner would want to get done, as well as most workers. On top of being capable and roomy, it's a Chevy, which has probably, for most people would say, a pretty good reputation. There are people that are bigger Ford people, but either way, it's a relatively reliable vehicle with a decent warranty. And I don't think there's any argument that it's a good looking truck. And if you want a truck that looks cool and also gets the job done at a decent price point, the custom Trail Boss is the lower end. It's not the LT Trail Boss that are more common. So you really get the best of both worlds, in my opinion. In terms of some of the lower marks on it, it is a large vehicle, which is good, like I said, but You know, driving around small parking lots, trying to get in tight spaces, it can be a challenge. It rides high, it's got a high hood, there are some blind spots, so if you're going to be maneuvering in close quarters all the time, this truck's much more comfortable on the highway or in more open areas than it is in, let's say, a very condensed, tiny parking lot. The storage. We talked about the storage. I showed you how the center console can be swapped out. It's in another video. I really recommend if you get this truck or any custom edition, go ahead and check that out and make that upgrade, because that fixes the storage problem. But without that, storage is definitely probably the biggest negative of this whole truck. Miles per gallon is about 15 to 16 miles per gallon, which isn't terrible for a full-size truck in this range. So that's definitely not the worst thing, but if you want to commute long distances and 15 to 16 miles per gallon is not where you're aiming to be, then that could be a negative. And then finally, you know, we talked about the price point, but it doesn't have every bell and whistle. So, you know, you've got all the basic accessories that you would need in a truck, but without every single bell and whistle, as I hear whistles whistling behind me. So thanks for tuning in to Mr. Greg's How To. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I really like the subscribers. I can keep pushing out more videos. I got some more coming out, and if there's anything specific that you want to see, go ahead and comment on it, and we'll talk about it. Thanks again.